Hello, and welcome to Mac Academy. My name is Randy Smith. For the next couple of hours, we'll be discussing Microsoft Word. We'll be going over the basics of that program. I'd like to welcome each of you to this tape and also to the Mac Academy organization. I'd like to spend, before we dig right into the program, I'd like to spend a few minutes to talk about some of the differences between word processing on the Macintosh computer, word processing on IBM, how they work with Macintosh. You know, today a lot of people talk about word processing and also talk a lot about desktop publishing. One of the first things that you need to realize is that there's a major difference between word processing and desktop publishing.
Emotional damage!
You do realize that launching is the most important
All you need to buy is one program. For example, if you buy
Some people say that, but you know, it's just theory.
Are you being buy 4.0, then you won't need to go buy a desktop publishing program because it does everything. A lot of people don't understand the difference between the two types of programs. I'd like to talk about that just for a moment. I'd also like to talk about word processing and how to get the most out of it, and then we'll dig right into the program. First of all, when it comes to word processing and desktop
always come
good way, I guess, to understand the differences and experience that I had. I worked in a newspaper for 5 years. I used to come in and I'd sit down with one of those old-fashioned Royal manual typewriters. Whether I was doing a story or an advertisement, I'd sit down with that typewriter.
Emotional
When
damage!
I finished, I'd
Wow!
Sticking out with the phantom tax. I just wanna be your Sigma.
paper, kind of the creative part, the part where the creative juices are flowing. And then the production department, they would take that document and they would lay it out, and they would set out columns, and they put lines between the columns, and they would make headlines. They would take graphics and photos and subheads and sidebars, and they would make your article or your ad look the way that you wanted it to look. That's kind of different from the word processing and desktop publishing. I was doing the word processing part. They were doing the desktop publishing part. Now today we have some wonderful electronic desktop publishing programs that take all the hard parts and all the laborious steps that it used to take us to and they've taken all the work out of that. There are many good ones out there. PageMaker is
What
one
did
that we
these
use,
people know
Ready,
that
Set,
I
Go,
didn't?
Quark Express,
And
all
what
of
was
those are
wrong
excellent.
with their new
The
world
recommendation
order?
I'd like to make to you is if you are professionally in the business of doing brochures or
Euphrates River.
reports, or doing
Hey, I got a new
anything
lesson
other
for you
than
about
standard
ancient
8.5 by
Mesopotamia.
11 documents,
The Euphrates
just
River and the
to
Tigris
get
River formed the
a
cradle of
professional word
civilization.
processing program and a desktop publishing program. In a desktop publishing program with the push of one or two buttons, you can do exactly you can accomplish the same task. So please understand there's a difference in engineering. When it comes to word processing, as I mentioned, is the function of getting all of your thoughts, your words, copy that perhaps is going to sell or make something interesting in your business, getting that all down on paper. And there are a lot of good programs out there. Macintosh did not invent word processing. I just wish it did. But first word processor that I ever used was a program called WordStar on an IBM program.